As you look closely, it appears the local bank is a thing of the past. Out-of-state banks are becoming the rule rather than the exception. If you take a closer look, you'll find Bridgewater Bank, a bank with true Minnesota roots. When you bank local, it means eliminating the bureaucracy and getting straight to the flexibility, responsive support, and quick action you need to support your entrepreneurial or personal endeavors. It's working with a banker who understands the Twin Cities market and abides by a get-it-done attitude. Keep it local. Visit Bridgewater Bank at bwbmn.com. Member FDIC.
This is The Fan.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Hashtag Faith Radio.
Shall we begin?
Fire away.
Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Good morning.
PA in charge.
Football feast.
Roughing the passer. Amen, brother.
I'm a kid, so I call a K-fan.
High fives for everybody.
You're breaking up, Bob.
You're breaking up.
Bullseye! All I can say is, wow.
Thinking of those days.
Hold on to your butt.
So music and the
I love it, baby! Woo!
life was good then.
Personal foul. Clipping.
We danced without a care.
Oh my God!
There I met you.
Thank you.
Our closest friends, whose eyes I'd seen before. We had gone to
Hashtag Faith Radio. Yeah, but
well, it's your lucky day again. Are you ready, Mr. Polycharchian?
Yeah, ready.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Super Bowl 56. I guess.
Hey, what up now? Friday Football Feast, 9 to noon, PA and chart style. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, catch. It's another Lion Bar related concoction.
What is this? Oh,
It's Lion Crunch cereal.
Lion Crunch cereal, you say?
From your fan and my friend, Jeremiah Forster, who
Thank
gave it
you,
to me
Jeremiah.
last week.
Yeah.
Did
Look
you even
at
know it
this.
existed?
Well, I had heard that you could get Lion Bar cereal in Europe. In fact, we have a regular listener, Dan, who sent it to me a couple of years ago, but it didn't look like this, and it wasn't the same as this. It came in like a cereal box. This looks like it's just for snacking. This doesn't have to be a cereal.
Okay.
You could just pop this open and just eat it.
So you've never had it?
No, I've never had this.
And you are the North American
Lion Bar
representative
Yes, I am.
devotee.
Yes.
And leader of
I'm opening it right now.
the LB fan club.
The LB.
As in Lion Bar. Yes.
I am an unabashed Lion Bar supporter.
Uh-huh.
And let's give this a try.
Okay.
Ooh, look at this, Paul.
That thing
Now
in your
it's
mouth,
got.
boy.
Let me explain what I'm looking at here as I pop open the bag. It's got
What you looking at?
two different colors
Ooh.
of I don't know, whatever's on the inside here. It looks like they're ricey, and one is chocolate, one is caramel.
Okay.
It does not count really as cereal. It's
Okay.
like eating a candy bar for breakfast.
They look ricey.
They look like puffed rice.
Hey, Nordo, we're overanalyzing a gift, a Lion Bar cereal. He's Birchie.
You knew what you were doing, PA.
Ooh, what do you think?
Yeah, it is delicious. It's not ricey. It's crunchy.
You love it?
Oh, yeah.
Can I have it back?
Yeah, you should have some. Hold on.
Well, no, not now. At the break, I will. But do you realize this was delivered to me last Friday as a gift for you? We had 4th of July weekend, company off day, vocal maintenance days, and here we are. Do you realize how difficult it was to not, A, bring that to the racetrack and snack between races, and B, just not sit in the sinkhole and eat 3/4 of it at midnight one night, getting ready for the next day.
I want to know where he got it. You can't get Lion Bar. It's ostensibly cereal, but it's really a snack. You can't get this anywhere. It's hard to find the regular Lion Bar.
Correct.
Let alone, was he in Europe, Jeremiah?
No.
How did he get this?
Great question. Can't remember.
Okay.
But it was given to me.
Is he an insider? Does he work at General Mills?
He's in the den.
Are you an insider the way you talk about this?
Well, I'd like to be inside the Lion Bar bag right now.
It was born of love because Jeremiah is a fan of the feast.
Okay.
He's a fan of fantasy football.
All right.
He's excited for 11 o'clock today with some Guillotine League chat and some what I feel are percolating fantasy football questions that need to be addressed right now.
Ooh.
So people can get ready for a month and change.
Outstanding.
When they start getting into those drafts. So it was born of thank you for aiding me making my first back, Ryan Matthews with the San Diego Chargers. It was born of creating Guillotine League and the savagery that goes into getting chopped in the novel concept.
It's not easy.
And it was just born of Lion Bar related fellowship, but it's in a different form. It's in cereal form, and we're glad you're happy.
I love it. It's that's fantastic. Thank you, Jeremiah. And it is legitimately delicious. And I don't think I'd want it at milk. I don't know why you wouldn't just eat it dry, just like it is right now. Oh, it's so
Now,
Football feast.
you kind of lost me for the rest of the segment here. I'll be eating.
do you boys realize the Minnesota Vikings in 5 weeks play the Denver Broncos at U.S. Bank Stadium?
Unbelievable. 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Come on.
That first preseason game is all but unwatchable, right? The starters are in for one series. Then the second team is in for 2 series, and then it's all scrubs the rest of the way.
Okay.
But with only 3 preseason games,
You can't say all scrubs the rest of the way.
Come on.
Now,
No,
Brent,
I really can't.
Well, no, you can't, because back in the day, the said scrub was a certain Detroit Lakes by way of Mankato receiver scratching and surviving to get you 14 touchdowns last year for your precious Guillotine League.
is that Zylstra?
No, his name is Adam Thielen.
Oh, Adam Thielen, you say.
And he was one embracing the minutia and the details the nuance of what you would call garbage time for said scrub.
Yeah, let me know when he's good.
He's good.
You're going to call Nick Vigil a scrub, Charge?
I might. And,
Nick Vigil
The
ain't
good
playing
news
in no
is-
second halves of preseason
probably
games,
not.
but anyway.
The good news is, with only 3 preseason games, I think we get a little longer look at the starters in this first preseason game than we would in a typical one when there's 4. So I want to believe we might get 2 series out of Kirk, and then we might get 4 series out of Kellen Mond.
Okay.
And that would be better. I would take that, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, but it's 3 preseason games, but it kind of always was 3 preseason games.
Well, that's true. It kind of always was.
All the 4th preseason game has become around here is an anxiety attack for a certain general manager, recognizing teams generally have 2 kickers better than hour 1.
That's right, Fred.
And they're all on display in what people would call a meaningless game. But the minutia and the appreciation of the slow burn up to the season has been lost on you. You learn a lot about people in the purge, and these will be the first preseason games since the pandemic began. And now all of a sudden it has to be of the shiny toy variety.
I'd like that. Frankly, I don't want to see any starter get hurt, but I'd like to see the starters. I want to see the new guys. I want to see Christian Darrisaw on the field. I want to see Wyatt Davis on the field. I'd like to see what Kellen Mond's going to be able to do. There are good storylines to unearth, and I want to see those happen. Most of them are with the first and second team. I'm not going to apologize.
I got it.
I don't have that much interest in watching Zach Bailey. No offense to Zach Bailey or his family.
What about Amir Smith-Marset?
I have a little more interest because
There we go.
he's a rookie.
Okay, what about defensive end Patrick Jones defensive end Janarius Robinson.
Yeah, some.
Guys desperately trying to keep Everson Griffin on the street because he may be looming.
He might be looming.
He may be looming. He's stalking.
He is.
He's circumnavigating at the top of the stretch.
The top of the stage, probably circumnavigating the Egan facility at TCO right now in his car, live tweeting.
A preseason game, any game with fans at U.S. Bank Stadium, even if it's Nate Stanley putting Shane Zylstra on some type of double move against a nondescript corner who might not even make the practice squad, you're in.
Yeah.
That's that right there. Come on.
That means everything.
Thank you.
Fans back at the stadium, who cares? It's the first preseason game in 2 freaking years.
Forest for trees, man.
Forest for trees.
Forest for trees.
Look, I'm the one saying I'm more excited about the game because I'm going to see less scrubs. Don't try to turn this against me.
Why?
The first preseason game, Broncos, 5 weeks from now. I will be watching. I'll be excited for Viking football. I'll be watching Drew Lock versus Teddy Bridgewater in that game, for Pete's sake. I'll be watching Broncos storylines. I'll care so much about that game. Don't try to preseason shame me.
Shermer versus Zimmer.
Yes.
Clint Kubiak, new OC, versus Vic Fangio. Granted, at a very low key level, but nevertheless, there will be something intricate where Shermer versus Zimmer will try to have a moment where they got one-upsmanship.
Think so?
And Clint Kubiak, man, executing his toil against Vic Fangio. Got to get those plays in, and even if it's the twos and the twos or the threes and the threes, man, I think that's relatively compelling.
You know, it's going to be compelling.
Especially compared to 0 preseason games, cornerbacks who have no idea where to go because they just learned everything virtually. And you're up here complaining about which level of player is going to play to satisfy your pigskin-loving palate. You've become selfish because we...
Oh, I'm a snob about it.
We have learned a lot about you in The Purge.
Yeah, that's fine. Bring it on. I will be breaking down, and I'm excited to do it, Pat Shurmur's offense. And I want to know, is Javonte Williams, he was, I think, the 34th player taken in the draft.
There you go.
And Pat Shurmur, the last time Pat Shurmur had a great rookie running back, Saquon Barkley won Rookie of the Year. What is Pat Shurmur going to do with Javonte Williams? I can't wait to see that. I'll be watching that. Is Williams on display against our Vikings 5 weeks from now?
Pat Shurmur had rookie running back Dalvin Cook in 2017.
Yeah.
And then he went down against the Lions. You booked a cruise for a week to Turks and Caicos.
Look what happened.
I always love that one.
We went to the NFC title game, and you missed a miracle, which is the only miracle I hope you miss.
I always love that one.
And so he's quite adept.
Yeah.
In handling situations like this, you understand?
Well, he knows what he's doing. Mr. Shurmur is a sharp offensive mind. We will we'll knock heads with him. Is it 5 weeks from today? Is it a Friday game?
No, tomorrow.
5 weeks and a day from now.
A couple of quarters from young Kellen. Maybe in the Broncos game, though.
Oh, that'll happen. I hope. Well, quarters. I hope he does play about 2 quarters. I think that would be perfect. Then the fourth quarter can be a little Browning, a little Stanley. Those guys can have a couple of reps in the fourth quarter. I'd like to see a lot of Kellen Mond. There are parts of his game I love. I want to see other parts of it, see if he's developing, and if we start to see a glimmer where he looks like the long-term future for the Vikings. He is not the future for week 1 of this year, listeners.
The birth of a Mondiac.
The Mondiac's already out there.
5 weeks in a day.
They're just
the
waiting.
Birth of a Mondiac.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, watch.
Yeah.
You're
a Mondiac with a lowercase m.
Here's what's going to happen. 5 weeks and 1 day from now.
What?
The first pass from Kellen Mond is going to be a 7-yard slant pass to
Emir Smith-Marset.
Chad Beebe.
Okay.
And people are going to anoint him the week 1 starter.
Well,
social media, Viking fans will be ready. That's going to be it. They're going to be like, that's it. I've seen enough.
No, that's
7-yard slant
that's
to
not accurate.
Chad Beebe. I'm in.
That's not accurate. But what may be accurate, because it will be an evening game. It'll be a Saturday. There will be beverages in tailgate-like fashion. before the game for the first time in a year and change.
Yeah.
There will be the game. There will be beverages during the game. And then young Kellen undoubtedly will run 40 yards and make 3 guys miss. It'll be breathtaking. And R.I.P. the lives of Corey Cove and Ron Johnson on Vikings fan line.
That's right.
It'll be a lot of take that, Kirk haters.
Yep.
The infiltration of the Mondiacs has taken place off a 40-yard run, and he made 3 guys miss, and there he goes.
That's going to happen as well. Yep, you're right. You're right. Why does it have to be a 7-yard slant?
Right.
Although that would be enough to get the Mondiacs all riled up. When he starts running for first downs, because Kirk doesn't do that very often.
Right.
That will be the thing that energizes the Mondiac.
R.I.P. the mentions of Corey and Ron. And thank you very much for listening to the Friday Football Feast from the 651 Carpets studio. It's Paul Allen. It's Paul Charchian. We are feasting on a Friday, Nordo by our side. And the cash thing is returned. Thanks to Timber Tech, 9 to noon offers Chad Greenway and much more, including some fantasy focus at 11 o'clock. But first, let's head over to Mad Producer to make somebody's day.
Hell yeah. The Fan and the St. Paul Saints want to put $1,000 in your hand every hour just for listening to our radio show and station. You have an opportunity to potentially win $1,000. Use this keyword. It is fun. Text the keyword fun to 200-200. Text the keyword fun to 200-200. St. Paul Saints and the Fan want to put $1,000 in your hand. Text message and data rates apply. Good luck.
In Minnesota, warm weather is reason for celebration. We love spending our warm weather months exercising, barbecuing, swimming, golfing, listening to outdoor music, anything that gets us outside. But for those with thinning hair, it's a mixed bag. How do you protect yourself from the sun, the wind, the water of summer? You can wear a hat, or goop up your hair with sunscreen, or just roll the dice on a sunburn. Or you can skip all that, enjoy summer to the fullest, and look your best while doing all the outdoor activities you love. Thanks to my procedure at Hair Restoration Institute, I get to enjoy summer without worries, and I turn back the clock a decade on my hairline permanently, and you can do the same. Hair Restoration Institute has every solution for every hair challenge. Laser therapy, transplants, cosmetic options. Learn more about all the possibilities by going to myhairlossclinic.com. This summer, get outside. Enjoy the outdoors, the warm weather, the better hair. I've said it for years. Get more hair, get more life. Learn more at myhairlossclinic.com or call 612-588-HAIR.
Unless you look closely, it appears the local bank is a thing of the past. Out-of-state banks are becoming the rule rather than the exception. If you take a closer look, you'll find Bridgewater Bank, a bank with true Minnesota roots. When you bank local, it means eliminating the bureaucracy and getting straight to the flexibility, responsive support, and quick action you need to support your entrepreneurial or personal endeavors. It's working with a banker who understands the Twin Cities market and abides by a get-it-done attitude. Keep it local. Visit Bridgewater Bank at bwbmn.com.
The Fan.
PA in charge. 9 to noon.
Sweat running all over my chest. I don't quit.
Great job last week, bud. Enjoyed listening when I got the opportunity. So did Mouse, where at the racetrack last night, Johnny the Mouse Mickelson runs the Canterbury TV department. Captain of the 83 Wayzata Club hockey team, one of the most formidable hockey teams in the history of the state of hockey. He was quick to I don't know if notice, or he was quick to recognize that I'd be back on the radio today, and he says, nice of you to fill in for Nordo.
I always love that one.
And I said, here I am, Moosey. Gerson Rosas.
Yeah, that was a nice get.
Yeah, for those who missed it. What was pertinent from that conversation with the president of basketball operations? And good morning.
And good morning. Teams moving forward, and he did a Zoom afterwards, so a lot of people heard this. But what he told me when we chatted was the focus is on trades. Like, he understands. He said it without saying it. He understands how being in Minnesota inhibits potential opportunities when it comes to free agents.
Right.
The idea of the big timer that's like, I want to go up there and freeze my ass off for a significant portion of the year. I want to go to the cornfields and eliminate potential endorsement or star power opportunities on the coasts. Those guys ain't coming.
And off that quickly, I may have shared it before. Many years ago, shooter Kevin Martin, remember? He was a wing, a really good shooter. Nearing the end of his career, was set to come up to free agency. And I was at, I think he was playing for the Rockets at the time, and it was a Wolves-Rockets game, and I'm, down doing my thing, just watching, and somehow I, was like, free agent, be great to have you here. Basically told me, you could give me a key to the city. No, he said, you could give me a key to the city and a max deal.
I always love that one.
And it's too cold.
Yeah.
I ain't coming here, man. I'm like, damn. So I'm out here watching Michael Beasley do his thing, dreaming about Kevin Martin, saying, nah, not even for a key to the city.
What was Michael Beasley dreaming about in that moment?
I don't know, because his eyes, his eyes perpetually were just like 90% closed.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. He was at my glass blowing class a couple weeks ago. I can tell you that
Beasley?
much.
Stop
Yeah,
that.
Beasley was. Yeah,
Stop that.
It's his next career right there.
Mm-hmm.
So he says
glass blower.
He says the team basically it's trades.
Yeah.
So now they don't have the pick. And the one thing, maybe I went too soft on it. I didn't hit him with directly, are you going after Ben Simmons?
Well, you can't, because Ben Simmons is under contract.
Yeah, they can't talk about it.
So
right?
I didn't try to be like hardcore Bulldog reporter with it, but he identified the fact that they are incredibly active, and between now and August 2nd, they got to get their bleep together. So, and he loves Ant, and he loves their pieces. Of course he does. So, it was fun chatting with Gerson.
That's cool, man, and trade season would make it fun for Timberwolves devotees.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 weeks from tomorrow, as we mentioned, the Minnesota Vikings are in action with a preseason game. The Denver Broncos will be in town. Before that, they will have joint practices at the Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center, and that will start a time that is not going to lead to a take or talker that's going to be percolating, and like people are going to be teeth gnashing over it and worrying about Kirk Cousins and Kellen Mond. But the subtlety and the non-obvious here involves the word obligation, because when you have somebody new, and they come into the covenant and it's all faster, it's more complicated, they're bigger, it's different, and you ain't going to play.
Yeah.
And you probably ain't going to play, outside of an injury, you probably ain't going to play for 2 years. At 2 years minimum, depending on how it goes. So, from your heart, what do you believe is Kirk Cousins' obligation? Is Kirk obligated in any way to guide young Kellen?
Kirk has an obligation, Paul, to go win games as the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. And it ends there. He's not responsible for anybody else's career.
His obligation is none.
His obligation is zero.
Right.
It's should he be a good teammate? Yes. But he should not do anything in trying to bring along Kellen Mond that takes away from his own preparation and readiness to go win games.
Right.
He needs to take care of himself and be the best quarterback that he can be, so when Cincinnati rolls around on September 12th, he's ready to go play and ready to go win that game. Mm-hmm. And that should be his orientation. His job is, I would say that's the case 95 to 98% of the time. Yeah. That's the case. Worry about yourself, worry about your job, worry about go winning. In rare cases, when you are a Hall of Fame quarterback at the very end of your career and a successor is waiting, I think I would feel a little bit differently about it if you are handing the reins to somebody else. Kirk's in the prime of his career, and all of his energy should be on being ready to be the best quarterback he can be week one. And Kellen Mond's getting his own coaching from a coaching staff. Kirk's job is he is not paid to coach him. There are coaches who are professionals at this.
Yeah.
It's their job to coach him. Not his job.
The obligation to expedite the process and overcome the initial stages of the learning curve is on the Mondiak. It's on Kellen Mondiak.
Yep.
It has some yes sir, 3 bags full, yes sir, Kirk, have you any wool? Has a little bit of that to it because you are the backup and you're not going to play.
Right.
And you never missed a game at Texas A&M. So you are used to playing against the best of the best with the Alabama Crimson Tide and so on and so on and so on. So the conversation involving the word reinventing frequently involves cousins in reinvent yourself. Handle the impromptu nature of your craft better when things break down and you lose structure.
Yeah.
If you see a lane and you can get 8 yards, take it, even though that is not of your nature.
Mm-hmm.
So and understandably so, because Kirk is going to play all of the snaps. The fan base and those talking about this rightfully will focus on Kirk and the reinventing and the maturation and just continue to improve here with A, B, C, and D. With Mondiak, the reinventing needs to take place. He needs to find the subtle, nuance-laden way to learn how Kirk watches tape and to learn how Kirk analyzes an adversary on a Monday or a Tuesday to come into a practice and get that part, make that part rote, make that part second nature. Now, I don't know what goes into that. First inclination would be offer to babysit their kids. Because he'll say yes. And parents with young kids always, and we Nordo's there. We've been there.
I need a date night, man.
You're always looking for a break. You're always looking for an opportunity to breathe. Kellen is there to give Kirk that opportunity. But while he's there, Kirk may want a staycation in his study, just away from the noise of the kids.
Yeah.
Well, that's when Kellen sneaks in when the kids go to sleep and learn how to watch this film the way Kirk Cousins does, because no matter what flaws you find in his game, he's an incredibly bright human being. And, things come to him quickly. That needs to happen with the Mondiak. Stuff needs to come to him quickly, and he needs to find a way to slide in here and learn how to watch NFL film with somebody who's incredibly smart like Kirk.
Well, you know what? If he wants to look over Kirk's shoulder, that's great. Is it Kirk's job to teach that to him? No. Is it Andrew Janoko's job? Yes. That is what a quarterback coach does.
But
we have people who have a job
I understand.
to make him a better quarterback. All facets. On the field, off the field, the best quarterback he can be.
But
Andrew Janoko.
But when the regular season begins, that's when the level of constipation, the level of not seeing the forest for the trees, because the tree coming up right in front of you might be Lamar Jackson, or it might be some speedy defense that's top 3 in the NFL, and everything is beating this, finding flaws here, getting around this, third and whatever, goal line whatever, red zone whatever. And the tutelage or the time with young Kellen, I will say, is limited at best. He'll be running the scout team, which is the makeshift adversary the Vikings will be facing that weekend.
He will be playing the role of Joe Burrow for the Week 1 prep going into the Cincinnati game.
Right. Which means it behooves him he's JJ. Kellen, just go out there and have a lot of swag. I mean, you're going to run around in that yellow tearaway thing, or that yellow jersey, man, or red or whatever. Just go ahead and have a lot of swag. Just be cool with what you do, man, and just show JJ that you got all the swag.
What do you guys think of this? I know this is a crazy concept in today's world. What if Kellen Mond just walks up to Kirk? He makes eye contact with him, and he just says, "Kirk, can you help me?" Like, I mean, it's the simplicity of it.
I see what you're doing.
From the standpoint of the most improvement that Kellen Mond is going to make is not going to be handling the scout team.
Right.
It's not going to be taking any second team reps whatsoever. It's not even going to be in the meeting room.
I see what you're doing.
It's going to be the bits that he's doing in some townhouse wherever he's living throughout when he's away from the facility.
Mondiaks don't live in townhomes, but anyway.
Okay, well, he needs to walk up to Kirk and ask him, how do you do this?
Yeah.
I would like to do this on my own time. So while it is not Kirk's job to coach him, the most value that Kellen's going to get from his rookie season here with the Vikings, of course, practice, observing, but being at home, doing the extra work. Just make eye contact with another human being. Don't send a text. Don't even call. Don't Snapchat him.
Yeah.
Walk up to this individual, look him in the eyes, and say, Kirk, you're pretty good. I'd like to be good too. Can you help me?
You're getting to the bottom. You're getting to the bowels of the heart of the starting quarterback, aren't you?
I am getting to the... Yes. Thank you.
If Kellen Mond approaches Kirk Cousins and says, my heart is heavy laden, and I covet your yoke, for I am weary and lowly at heart. Kirk can't say no.
No,
I mean, he can't say no.
Correct.
So, you want to talk about forest for trees? You lose the next game to make sure that child is no longer heavy laden. And that, my friends, is the end of the story.
Hallelujah.
That's what you're saying, right?
Amen.
Can I get a witness? This is your Can I Get a Witness leader, the fan, and KFAN.com.
KFAN.
We got it here. Love Covenant galore. 941 in the neighborhood. 651 Carpet Studio. PA Charge. Nordo produces. Good morning. Chad Greenway, 20 minutes from now. Thank you, Grey Duck Spirits. Our what was impromptu music game that popped up organically month and a half ago, something like that.
And it actually was organic.
Right.
Unlike the way that term is usually used on this station, the Michael McDonald game was legitimately organic.
Yep, it was organic. Today's is not. I'm not exactly sure what's happening today. Best laid plans have there are audibles involved. Let's just put it that way. It now will be you against I in some form of game.
Okay.
That Nordo will lead, and the idea and the songs and the execution will be courtesy of honestly the most elite music mind in this building, in Greg Swedberg.
He is the most elite music mind in this building.
So that's about an hour from now.
I can't name more than like 2 active country stars right now, and he knows them all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's...
The amount of work that he put into this game, by the way, as it sits in front of me,
yeah,
I don't think he slept last night.
How many were it's you and I to 10 to 15? What you want to do here?
Well, I have about 75 songs here.
Okay.
So the idea will be we'll get through as many as we can.
Well, I do know when I crafted the idea, I'm hoping the rules are still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Name of band, name of song, and if you can guess the year in the 80s, then you get a bonus point.
So they're all 80s songs?
I believe so.
Okay.
So it will be you against I, and the winner, if he's around, will take on Bossberg next week in some form of a music-related game.
Ooh. See, this is why I'm a little bit dangerous with the 80s. Because I rode the bus to school every day, and the bus would play classic rock.
It didn't play Wheels on Chargie's Bus Go Round and Round.
Were you a front seat guy or a back seat guy?
I was a middle guy.
Okay.
And so I whether I wanted to or not, I heard a lot of classic rock. And so I think I will do pretty well if that's where he goes with this. Now,
opening line.
If it's not classic rock, I'm in trouble.
Opening line with whatever 80s related game Bossberg contrived and Nordo has up his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the email, he made me a minus 150 favorite.
That feels right.
So I'm minus 150.
For music stuff, you should be because
you're dangerous.
No, you're
dangerous from that middle seat.
I'm a little dangerous from the middle seat.
Of course, you got to sit between two people. Why wouldn't you?
I think that your taste is
get out of there.
Your taste runs through wide popular swaths of music.
Okay,
mine don't. And haven't for a long time. So, I mean, I'm at a big disadvantage there. But but in the 80s, it was a little bit better. So we'll see.
Well, I can tell you one thing that is not popular, but nevertheless, it doesn't mean it won't come to fruition. And that would be
Football Feast.
A couple of teams that you believe you are seeing clearly.
Super Bowl, homeboy.
In terms of long shots winning Super Bowl 56, which is at SoFi. The Minnesota Vikings will play the San Diego Chargers at SoFi, so they'll get a little sneak peek at fresh meat when it comes to Super Bowl 56.
Purple pain to SoFi rain.
I mean, we're just trying to get there and make some memories.
From mosquitoes and leeches to fake boobs and beaches.
The Kansas City Chiefs are 5-1 in favored. The defending champions are 6.5-1 in the second choices. The Minnesota Vikings are 40-1 right now to win Super Bowl 56.
From tundra to Tinseltown.
Then you get to them long shots, and that's where you cast your gaze.
Let's begin in the NFC. I'm going to give you an NFC long shot and an AFC long shot.
Super Bowl 56.
We begin with the 50-1 Washington football team.
Hail to the football team. Hail victory. Can't say that other word on the war. Can't say that. Fight for old DC.
That's very nice. I never knew they had their own fight song.
Yeah.
Is that Sonny
HTTR.
Jorgensen?
Hail
era?
to the Redskins, hail victory, Braves on the warpath, fight for old DC.
Yeah.
Running, gonna, and fight on, till you have won, sons of Washington. Con.
I like it. Very
They
nice.
probably don't play that at the games anymore.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if they have cheerleaders anymore.
Ooh, that part sounds like it's for the better.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Washington football team. 50-1. First, elite defense. Here's some stats from last year. Points allowed, Washington finished 5th.
Oh, we got data?
We have data.
Yeah.
You know I love my data points.
That's exciting.
Yards allowed, 5th. First downs allowed, 3rd.
Yeah.
Sacks, 5th. Sack percentage, 4th. Yards per pass attempt, 4th. Yards per rush, 11th. The Washington defense is an elite defense that probably gets better. Chase Young in his second year.
Oh, yeah.
Last year's quarterbacking was atrocious.
Ooh, and my guy, my favorite for most underrated player in the NFL,
Dwayne Haskins.
I think they lost Matt Ioannidis, a game-changing defensive player, for a fair amount, if not all of the year. So assuming Matt Ioannidis is still part of Hail to the football team, he joins Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Chase Young, and they got some dogs.
Do they ever? So here's your quarterbacking from last year. Again, Alex Smith, Dwayne Haskins, Kyle Allen. Their respective Pro Football Focus ranks were 28th, 38th, and 25th. The Haskins and Allen started 10 games, and they won 2 of them. And that's it. And Alex Smith was completely non-functional on any pass longer than 10 yards downfield, which is why he's headed to the TV booth this year. In comes my guy, Ryan Stewbeard Fitzpatrick, a major step up at quarterback. Not perfect. He's not even Kirk Cousins.
He's freaking amazing. At this stage of his career, whence he came, where he has been, what he has been through, just to survive and stay in the league. And he's so smart. And Norv's kid, Scott's the offensive coordinator. I bet you, Scott, man, when we, if and or when we get the opportunity to have him on a feast or something like that during a bye week, or we run him down the Combine in Miami.
I like that.
Combine in Los Angeles or Las Vegas
nice.
or Portland, Oregon.
Now, the next Combine's in Indy. It's the year after that we might have the fun Combine.
So when we run down Scott, man, to talk to him or get to know what it was like to work with Ryan Fitzpatrick, I bet you that. I mean, to go from working with, I'm just gonna say working with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, maybe that's a nice way to put it. So people might be thinking, well, if Ryan Fitzpatrick is so good, how come he got benched for Tua Tagovailoa? Well,
that's a stupid question if you ask.
It is a stupid question because he was better. When he got benched, he was the number 2 ranked quarterback in accuracy and the number 1 ranked quarterback in aggressiveness.
My God.
And I thought he was playing very well. He was the better quarterback, but they wanted to get their young guy some reps. Now, if
Dolphins are in the playoffs, by the way, last year, if they don't make that stupid move.
Correct.
With Tua.
They would have been a playoff team. They just needed one more win, and Tua he wasn't bad, but he wasn't that good.
He wasn't ready.
He was not ready. And Fitzpatrick, as you may remember, there was a game week 13 when Tua was particularly bad. They brought in Fitzpatrick, and he in the fourth quarter, and all he did was sling touchdowns. It was great. Anyway, let's go to the offensive side of the ball for your Washington football team. Running back Antonio Gibson ranked number 1 in positive yardage among all running backs last year.
How about this? When Antonio Gibson was at Memphis, he was a wide receiver.
He was.
And he received so few running back reps, the leap of faith, by football faith, to make him a running back and use him as much as they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was at 3.8, 4 something a carry. And the accomplished year he had last year as a running back between the tackles, and he's fast as bleep. Antonio Gibson, he makes it into the 11 o'clock conversation when we talk chop.
He is a very good fantasy candidate as well. I drafted him in the Scott Fish Bowl earlier this week. He was Pro Football Focus's 7th ranked runner last year. So you've got a good running back in Gibson. J.D. McSuckett backs him up, and if you need to just dump off a ball to somebody, you've got him. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin is fantastic, and he's been languishing with this terrible quarterbacking. He will blossom under Ryan Fitzpatrick. They brought in jackknife receiver Curtis Samuel, who gets reunited with the coach who drafted him, Ron Rivera. And I think that's going to be a good fit. And then they drafted promising rookie Diami Brown, who's a deep threat, and that matches Ryan Fitzpatrick's arm. And Washington had no deep game whatsoever last year. Then tight end Logan Thomas emerged. And that he is a converted quarterback to tight end. He looks like a promising guy. All of that together, you've got a competent offense, an emerging offense, and a smothering defense, and 50-1 odds.
And a winnable division.
Washington. Well, great. That's a great point.
Winnable division where you can get 2 against 2 of the teams, and maybe all 3. But I mean, you can get Splitsville, man. You can run up those wins and get yourself an off week, though.
Yeah, that could be 5-6 wins just in the division alone for Washington. So roll that together. There's my favorite NFC long shot. Your 50-1 Washington football team.
From a lake named Leech to Manhattan Beach.
Alas, he has another one we may or may not bring up with Chad Greenway, who joins 9.
The Fan. Chad Greenway once got a pick 6 from Phillip Rivers. He sees Eric swooping, Scott Chandler. He just stops and shivers. 4th and 20's got him stuck in a bad way. So get the duck out on a Friday. Hey.
Get that duck out on a Friday, somebody just said. Somebody feeling good about themselves. Like George Clinton getting funky. Yeah. It's the football feast. PA in charge in that face with Nordo. Nordo feasting on the Fan for profit. FM 100.3 KFAN. Chad Greenway, Paul Allen, Paul Charchian. Good morning. How are you, dear friend?
And where are you?
Doing great. Doing great, man. I'm feeling the vibes and energy of the funkiness today because I'm overlooking the Chicago River in beautiful Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, you're downtown.
And we got the buzz. We got the buzz right now. It's just, the Chicago, the city buzz. It's kind of fun.
Oh, downtown life is fantastic. Now, being Mount Vernon raised, and then you cut your proverbial teeth in Iowa City, and then you settle into a cornfield of a different variety. Does that lead to an appreciation of big cities because you never really experienced it growing up? Or does it get a little too loud and like too much calamity?
I love visiting. I love leaving. So it's really excited to get there, excited to enjoy it, excited to get home type of vibe. My wife grew up just south of Chicago, about 45 minutes. So she loves Chicago. It's like her favorite place on the planet. So, so when I pulled her to the cornfields in Minnesota, she didn't know what to think, but she loved coming back to visit. But for me, I'd always prefer a cornfield. There's no doubt about it.
You think Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski, former Vikings offensive coordinator, you think in his second year, his Browns can win the Super Bowl because they're 40-1 and we're thinking about Super Bowl long shots?
You're thinking about making that drive down to Iowa, huh?
No.
Getting that little bet placed. You know what?
I am.
I like that. I love his style of play. I think The way he has the quarterbacks playing over there, which was such a question mark going into the year, is can we get him to play at a high level, at a high clip with the athletes around him? I love their defense. I love their run game. You know, I think their chances are as good as anybody's at this point. Wow. You know, maybe aside from the Tom Brady Bucks, but he's got an impressive squad over there.
He does. He's got to get by Patrick Mahomes. But if you at 40-1, you're kind of just betting that Mahomes isn't available for the playoffs. And if he's not, then anybody can win. And probably the second best team feels like Kevin Stefanski's Cleveland Browns for the reasons you mentioned. And you sort of glossed over the defense. They're going to have like 8 new starters on defense because of all of the injuries that they had last year. Yeah. They get back like a healthy Myles Garrett. They get Grant
Delpit.
Grant Delpit comes back, their second round pick. They spent a first round pick on a cornerback, Greg Newsome. Ooh. You know, this is going to be a very different and better defense, and I think that's why they're going to be very tough to beat.
They at Arrowhead in the playoffs last year. I mean, they battled Andy Reid's team tooth and nail, pretty much close to the finish. And you know, so then you get that experience. The Browns' offensive line is better than Kansas City's. Now Mahomes Mahomes changes everything, but I like the running game to beat on you and chew on the clock. Charge is right, man. Comes down to that defense, but you know, with Kansas City, let me ask you this. Now, so they're down their tackles in the Super Bowl, okay, which obviously is the fattest of fat L's, and they're going against Captain Cool, Tom Brady. Is there any chance coming out of that game, defensive coordinators who had all off season to write down new schemes on cocktail napkins, that maybe there was more to it than just not having your preferred offensive lineman in the Super Bowl? You think maybe there was more to it?
Well, you know, that was obviously the big talker, and that was one of the points I was going to make with when you bring up Mahomes and his excellency. It's all questioned on the health of that offensive line, and you saw they spent, and they know the priorities over there because they know they have to keep their quarterback upright. They're not silly; they understand it, right? And I think that's something that's interesting. But I'd have to go back and watch the Super Bowl tape to really understand how they attacked that, and were they trying to confuse? Were they trying to just out physical and out muscle and bully around the left tackle? Because there may be a schematic now where they've sort of got that. Okay, here's how you beat them. And here's how you get Mahomes off his spot where he's a little tricky and a little uncomfortable, because I think I guess for me, I'm not a great Kansas City Chiefs minder or watcher, but when I've seen them, I've never seen him that uncomfortable before, and I've never seen him in a position where he looked human. He's just always looked superhuman, and the plan was great, the pressure was great, but again, the Bucs have a front that is capable of causing a lot of havoc, and they certainly did that day. And there may be a blueprint now.
My favorite stat coming out of the Super Bowl was Patrick Mahomes ran for 450 yards behind the line of scrimmage in that game, which is insane. It's just
was there a line on that one? Is there of all the betting lines? Was there one there?
There should have been. It's I think they re-signed Mike Remmers too, which is stunning to me. That after what happened there, they decided we really want another season of Mike Remmers on roster. You'd think they'd seen enough.
Love Mike Remmers personally, but he's had his issues, especially in big time football games.
Yes.
But you know what? As a solid, I guess how you have to look at it is no different than a really good number 2 quarterback. Because you have to have depth, because we all know injuries are going to happen. And the timing of injuries just couldn't have been worse, right?
No.
In Kansas City. So that's the piece is you don't have any time to prepare and really build up to it. I still go back to that game and wonder why they moved 2 and really weaken 2 positions rather than just weakening 1 position. But
I agree.
Yeah, I just don't get that concept.
Yeah, playing Mike Remmers is bad enough. Playing him out of position is even a worse idea, I think. But it tells you the level of desperation they had.
And not fair to Mike at all. You put him in that on that spot with that pass rush. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's a very tough spot to put him in. So when you watch games on TV, you obviously participated in the games. When you watch games on TV, how do you feel about the play-by-play guys and the analysts and their ability to actually explain what's going on? And I mention it because there's bidding wars right now for Alex Smith and Robert Griffin And those guys are going to transition into the booth and following much in the path of Tony Romo, where they want quarterbacks who, everybody wants Romo now because Romo's so good, and his ability to explain to viewers what's going to happen before it happens is remarkable. As a player, what do you think of Romo and the other analysts that are out there?
I love Romo. I love that he's so nonchalant in his approach. Is like, this is what they're going to do. It's here, look for this. Pressure off the edge or move it into safeties. And I think he explains it in a way that's really user-friendly, right? Like,
agreed.
He comes across where he's not arrogant. He's just saying, hey, look for this or look for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to be a kind of an interesting approach, and can others do it? And I think that's why he's so sought after. Even as a player, though, for me, I'd like to see it from the other angle. And that's why I'm a hype machine for Nacho Libre, because Ben's so smart. He can do that from the other side of the football, which I think would be really, really interesting to look at from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah. And
kind of have that same kind of insight. And Ben's certainly capable as he climbs his ladder and tries to get to that point. It'd be so fun for him to get there. And I, from a defensive guy, that'd be a lot of fun. But I do enjoy it. I think it brings more entertainment value to it in general. That, and then just more, what I would love out of Romo is just maybe a little more energy, a little more excitement when it's a big play. But as far as breaking things down pre-snap, it's incredible.
Jack Greenway, Grey Duck Vodka, Grey Duck Spirits, 9 to noon, 10:07. Charchie?
Do you ever, when you're watching and the analysts are saying whatever, are you ever like looking at this going, no? I know what's going on in the field, and you couldn't be more wrong.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's, especially a lot of situational football, and what the players are thinking, what's going on in the huddle, the conversations, those types of things. And that's why I like having a former player to kind of put some realistic spin on what's actually happening on the field.
Yeah.
Because, hey, we've been there, we've seen that, we've lived in that huddle. And I think sometimes you get to a point where they're guessing. And, for me as a player, most of the listeners don't know and don't have a perspective, but, for me, obviously, it's a little different than a lot of former players.
Yeah, no doubt. And I just, I wish I could decode it at that level. When Tom Brady returns to New England, I think it's week, 6, 7, 8, something like that. He's going to play his old coach, Bill Belichick. And arguably, it's not even arguable, the best quarterback to ever play the game and the best coach to ever coach the game. Who has the advantage? The coach who knows the quarterback, or the quarterback who knows the coach?
Well, do you use last year as an example of who had the advantage there and who made the thing go, right?
Yeah,
right. I would. How do you bet against Tom Brady at this point after last year, after leaving New England, going to a whole new situation, and what happened in New England and what happened in Tampa Bay are two different things. I would have to lean towards the quarterback. In a year ago, I'd have answered that question completely differently. I believe. I think I would have leaned towards Bill and what they do in New England and their system. But clearly Tom is a massive part of that success over the course of the last 20 plus years. And I'm going to lean towards Brady all day long.
Now, when you were here in 2009, so it's your fourth year, third playing because of the ACL terrorism. When Brett Favre would come to the line of scrimmage, do you happen to remember what his level of flexibility was? I mean, because like Bevel would put in the play, and then at times Childress would clomp on top of it and want to change it or be like, run more, run more. I mean, but a lot of coaches have done that over the years. Did Brett have the flexibility to get up there and like call the game at the line? And I in no way am comparing Kirk Cousins to HOF Brett Favre with the Super Bowl ring and everything. However, in Kirk's time here, the structure is very apparent. And, Gary Kubiak even joined this radio show last year, and, I brought something like this up, and he was like, no. He has X amount of plays, and one of them will work. And he's smart enough to figure out which one to get into. Now, do you believe, with a first-year offensive coordinator in Clint Kubiak, do you believe Cousins should be permitted to call more or call the game at the line? And do you recall, is that what Favre did?
Yeah, I mean, I can remember, certain situations where Favre was literally changing plays in the huddle at the line of scrimmage where guys are going to run different routes based off what he saw. Now, he had that was a different HOF level and different level of experience, but nonetheless, he had that flexibility. And, just playing against Rodgers, another elite, Hall of Fame quarterback, is he had that complete flexibility of playbook. Now, obviously, there's a certain set of plays, and these coaches and quarterbacks are in tune with what they're looking at against certain defenses, and they kind of stay within that, that periphery of plays. So I got to believe that, it's not like calling a full new set of game plan, but it's within a proximity of plays that they're going to go within. I think first year coordinator, he's going to give Kirk that flexibility, because that's going to, Kirk's going to make him right more times than not. Kirk's is a student of the game. He's very smart, and he's a good decision maker. And I think that you want that from a first-time coordinator. You want his flexibility and experience. And I would 100% give Kirk as much leeway as he can handle, again, within the game plan, within the scope of what you're looking for, because there's going to be a set of 10 to 15 plays that they're going to look for against certain sets the defense are running or certain looks, and, give him the opportunity to work within that tablet of plays and make a play.
It's weird that when I was a kid growing up, Fran Tarkenton just called the whole game. He called all his own plays, and you wonder if the game is changed that much, or if coaches just don't want to relinquish that power. I think you would think that sometimes a really smart veteran quarterback like Fran would know what's best to do. He's on the field, he's seeing it all, firsthand. Yep. He's experiencing it, and you'd think sometimes with the right guy that you'd want to trust a quarterback to make his own plays.
Well, I think there's just more awareness around the game, right? There's more cameras, there's more audio.
Mm-hmm.
So when all of a sudden you see a quarterback calling the game himself, and all of a sudden it's like, well, what is it? Why do we need this coordinator for? And I think that's sort of the pride of the coaches, the pride of the coordinator. And I'll take it way back to high school level. When I was playing quarterback in high school, the coach would bring in a play, and I would see that we were just wearing out the left end on our option play or something. I would say, let's flip this back to the left side instead of running it right, and maybe just make a quick change from one direction to the other. But, dude, this left end is wore out because I can see him in his face mask. And we're going to go at that dude again. Right. And then we're going to go at him again if the coach doesn't see it. And I remember making those changes and coming back to the sideline, and the coach was asking why I was doing it, and they just explained to him that this guy can't handle what we have coming, and let's just keep pounding him. And I think that's something like in Fran's day, when it was about like, hey, I see this game clearly. I know the entire game plan. I can make these changes. Let's go.
Hey, let's flip it. On the other side, have you been in a difficult situation where maybe the defense, 2011, whatever, was just, not as good as it had been, or you had injuries, where a team would run a single play no fewer than 8 times against you during the course of the game? You knew what was coming and you couldn't stop it.
Oh, there's no worse feeling in football. The San Francisco opener. What year was that, PA?
It was Jim Tom Sula. Might have been, I think it was 2016.
2015, 2016, something in that line. And we just, we couldn't stop them. It was Monday Night Football. It was embarrassing. They were more physical than us. We weren't ready. And by the second half, they were just going to say, hey, they could have pointed to where they were going to run the ball. We could have put every defender there, and they would have blocked it, and we would have gotten gas for 8 yards on first down, and it would have been second and 2 49ers. That's just the way it was going. There's no worse feeling in football.
Before that L train puts a fat L on you, we'll let you get out of here.
No problem.
But in that game, man, I mean, they ran plays with 4 tight ends / H-backs. I mean, I've never seen the non-obvious approach that they took, and it was really difficult, no doubt. Now, with Grey Duck, A, anything taking place now or this weekend we need to know, and B, tcsummerjam.com, 13 days, 4 hours, 43 minutes from now is when the Summer Jam jams.
How's Canterbury Park looking? What's it looking like for Summer Jam? Looking good on the infield?
Yeah, we'll see. Here's the beauty of it is that we put a lot of money into getting the grass green because of the lack of rain and stuff like that for the infield. And then I was like, yeah, but people are going to be standing on it. Right. So it ain't going to be green. We're ready now.
We're in a very good spot for ticket sales. We have Carrie Underwood and the Grey Duck Experience. We have about 100 tickets left to come into our tent, see Carrie Underwood and everybody else that night.
What?
And so come check us out.
Wow.
So get to Twin Cities Summer Jam, get to GreyDuckSpirits.com, buy the tickets, come see us. There'll be a ton of cool people in the tent. We'll have some live music in the tent. Going to be super fun. And thanks to all the celebrity bartenders this week. We had Gellner, we had hockey, we had a young T.O., Tommy O, out there this week pouring drinks at the Grey Duck deck for Target Field. Just a lot of fun all week, man. And then one last talker, if you have a 3rd grader through 8th grader football player, girl or boy, go to chadgreenway.org, sign up for the Hutchinson football camp, the Data Reach camp. Come get yourself a free T-shirt, full day of football, lots of fun.
Hutchinson, Minnesota, or Chad Hutchinson?
Yes, Hutchinson, Minnesota.
As in home of Lindsey Whalen.
We're trying to get HOF Lindsey out there to spend the day with us, too.
Hey, man, chadgreenway.org, right, for charitable stuff and that camp, chadgreenway.org. Appreciate you, man, and look forward to seeing you next week, okay?
You bet. Well, I'm going to go have some deep dish.
Chad Greenway, Grey Duck vodka and a Grey Duck spirits.
Giordano's, by the way. Excellent.
Giordano's? Yeah, I like it. It's, I don't know, man. It's just maybe because when something is as hyped and then you get it, you just expect more. I like it a lot, don't get me wrong, man, but they're...
what about Lou Malnati's?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, Lou Malnati's, excellent.
I have that Uncle Jimmy, who runs Continental Diamond, who owns it.
I'm familiar.
I don't know if he met some or whatever, but occasionally he will have those pies shipped to him.
Yeah, you can get Lou Malnati's for sure. I've gotten it a few times.
Yeah, you had that. Have you had that spinach piece?
No, I haven't had the spinach. They only have like 4 options.
Yeah.
I have not tried the spinach.
Yeah, I think a key here is with the baking is to bake it. I always go about an extra 3 to 5 minutes. So then it gets a little crispier, and it's definitely warm in the middle. But that's probably my favorite Chicago piece of what you hit on.
It's not it's great that they ship them, and it's still a good experience by the time it gets here. But it's not like having it fresh in the restaurant. I mean, it probably can't be. Gino's East, totally overrated, and I don't even understand the thinking behind the people that think Gino's East is the best Chicago pizza. It's not. Period. End of story.
Feasting on the Fan. It's PA in charge. FM 100.3 KFAN. Cash thing.
Hell yeah. Fan and St. Paul Saints. How about that? The Fan and the St. Paul Saints want to give you an opportunity to put $1,000 in your hand every single hour just for listening to the show and the station. This hour's keyword is game. If you want to get in the game, you got to text the word game to 200-200. You might win $1,000. Text the word game to 200-200. Maybe put $1,000 in your hand thanks to the Fan, the St. Paul Saints. Text message in depth.
I often find out the hard way that all IPAs are not created equal. Some are hop bombs that forget about flavor. Others only taste good if you drink them with a heavy meal. Fortunately, Founders Brewing Company has found a way to enjoy an IPA anytime and at any occasion with their all-day IPA. You can taste the hops, of course, but it's the complex array of malts and grains that make all-day IPA a beer that will grab your attention. Whether you're relaxing after a long day at work or hanging outside with your friends, all-day IPA will become one of your favorites. It's one reason why Founders is in the top 10 of the nation's craft breweries and a staple in my fridge. When you taste all-day IPA, you'll understand how they got there. Look for Founders in your favorite beer store or check out their full line of beer, and now hard seltzers too, at foundersbrewing.com. Founders Brewing Company. Born and brewed in Michigan since 1997.
There are so many reasons not to skip breakfast. So many savory, mouth-watering, tasty, delicious beyond all belief reasons. Actually, that last one was pretty convincing. Stop by for a McDonald's breakfast. Mix and match a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito, or hash browns, any two for just $2. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Into the Fan.
Check your watch and tell me what time it is.
10:24. Good morning.
Now peek your head out and tell me what the climate is.
72 now, 78 for a high in Amsterdam. It's 69 and smoky.
Oh, what you gonna do? You wanna get down? Tell me. Oh, what you gonna do? Do you wanna get down?
Good question for Urban Meyer, coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, or maybe Love Covenant friend Darrell Bevel, the OC. Get into this more at 11 when we at some fantasy football with the identity of fantasy football at Paul Charchian via Twitter. Take that, Kirk haters. But Travis Etienne, the running back from Clemson, I believe he's compensated by the Jacksonville Jaguars, correct?
That is correct. First round pick.
Okay, cool. Anything wrong with the undrafted kid last year?
James Robinson?
Went for 1,007 and like 50 catches in 3.
Yeah, and he got the ball. At one point, like heading into December, he had all but 3 carries for the team.
Yeah.
And he ended up with a 88% workload at the running back position for the team last year.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is he's kind of just a guy, and Travis Etienne is a game-breaking speed merchant who catches the ball very well, makes guys miss.
Can he run between the legs of linebackers because he's so little they can't see him?
No.
Well, that's what James Robinson did.
A little bit.
1,070 and 7, though.
Yeah. He had a couple of splash plays, but Robinson's just not a special back unless he looks materially different in his second year.
Yeah.
Etienne is just a freakish athlete who will provide big play opportunities for an offense that is now led by Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And it's got good receivers like Laviska Shenault, who's going to be very good this year.
Yeah, he's nice.
He is good.
Now, the LA Chargers for a long shot Super Bowl spotty at 35-1. 35-1. Terrific number in a division that will be tough to win because of the big dog.
Correct.
In Patty Mahomes. But nevertheless, I'd say chip chair chance for the postseason. No, I'd say more than that. They'll make the postseason. What leads you to cast your gaze that way?
Chargers 35-1 right now. A long shot from the AFC. My favorite long shot from the AFC. You mentioned Browns are 40-1. If they're actually 40-1, then they're my favorite long shot.
Well, see, that's
a ridiculous number.
And that's how you play futures. If it's $10, if it's $100, if it's $1,000, and to each their own here, with the financial level. But if you're putting something down in July or August that you may not scoop until January, it's difficult to justify.
Right.
Hey, here's $10,000 for this 5-1 that may happen. Now, cool, $50,000 in January. That ain't bad, but you still got to wait. You know what I mean?
You got to wait a long time to get your 3-1 in on Chiefs or whatever.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's talk Chargers, a winner of their final 4 games of last year, and they finished with 7 wins. I think people think of the Chargers last year and Anthony Lynn getting fired, and they think this was a terrible team because they came out of the gate as a terrible team. And a lot of people never adjusted their thinking. The Chargers, this was a very competent team down the stretch as Justin Herbert got better. So they went almost 500 in a season that was effectively over in October. And I like the way they finished. So now they have a new coaching staff, which cannot possibly be worse than Anthony Lynn, who cost his own team several wins. They go to Brandon Staley as their head coach. He coached the league's best defense last year, the Rams.
Wow.
And so I like the move for them. This is a defense that gets better this season. And by the way, back to first year head coaches can be really good. Look at Kevin Stefanski, game away from the Super Bowl last year. First year coaches can have an immediate impact and even go to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mentioned the defense gets better. They're going to get back guys like Derwin James, arguably one of the best safeties in the league. Joey Bosa, back from injury. They added cornerback Asante Samuel in the second round of the draft. The defense will be better. But the offense is the story here. Justin Herbert was amazing. By most metrics, he just put up the best season in the history of rookie quarterbacking at the NFL level. And despite not starting until week 2, and of course the week 2 start was absurdly unplanned. He didn't know he'd be playing in that game until 5 minutes before kickoff. He set the all-time completion record for rookie quarterbacks, set the touchdown record for rookie quarterbacks, and came up 39 yards short of the yardage record for rookie quarterbacks. And he didn't play week 1 and had no notice he was going to play week 2. So his receivers are good. You get Keenan Allen, who's very good. You get Mike Williams. You get Austin Eckler, one of the best pass-catching all-purpose backs in the league. But one of the reasons I'm so high in the Chargers, Paul, the offensive line. They poached Corey Linsley from Green Bay. They put a first-rounder in Rashawn Slater, a guy that many Vikings fans wanted, they got Rashawn Slater. So they wisely said, all right, our defense is coming back healthily. We've got lightning in a bottle with Justin Herbert. Let's protect him. Let's put a bunch of equity in the offensive line. Offensive line's gonna be way better. This is gonna be a good team. Chargers are gonna be a very good team.
Problem
at 35-1.
Yep,
I'm interested.
Well, we have a problem, and it's not the 35-1.
All right.
You seen the schedule?
Yeah.
Just follow me here. Okay. Now you're going to have a Super Bowl spotty dilemma week 1 because LAC is at WFT.
I know, the two teams. So I'm touting for my long shots to go to the Super Bowl.
I'd root for a tie.
That's it. I'm going to call that tie right now. It's going to be 21-21.
Well, I'm saying LAC loses.
All right.
So 0-1. Mm-hmm. They'll host Dallas. That's a
win.
Yeah, that's a house of cards. That's a Ponzi scheme. That team, it's 1-1. At Kansas City, 1-2. They're going to lose at home to the Las Vegas Raiders.
No, they're not.
It's Monday Night Football, and David Carr's going to go for 480.
No.
So now we're 1-3. They got Stefanski week 5, 1-4. At Baltimore week 6, 1-5. Then they get the bye. Thank God. Out of the bye, everybody's going to be popping tags till Belichick rolls into town, and then it's 1-7 or 1-6. Well, then now they're at a breaking point, and you're going to have a problem within their covenant from 1-6, week 9, November 7th, where the non-vaccinated players and the vaccinated players are fighting behind the scenes, and they hate each other, and they're not going to want to play or compete. And it's just
there's going to be some quit.
Yeah, because you're going to have out of this week 7 bye, the non-vaccinated players had to stay back and test all the time, so they're pissed off.
Yeah,
Belichick capitalizes and he wins out of the bye. Then they go to Philly. I mean, by that time, Miles Sanders might have 1,100 yards. That's a loss.
Yeah.
Then they host us week 10. That's a
obvious loss. Yeah. Now they're 1-9.
Week 11 they host the Steelers. At Shermer week 12. They'll beat Cincinnati.
All right. So now you're giving them 2 wins through week 12. Okay.
No, but seriously though, I have them. I think they'll be 4-13.
Oh, jeez.
Flashlight charging. No, they're going to be good, man. I really, really like that take at 35-1.
I like that team.
10:32. It's 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Hello.
Hi. All right, boys.
What if I want the funk in my face? Then what?
Yeah, it's like a liner Nordo's played forever. I think it's Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butt. I don't want to hold on to my butt. It's hard. Especially when you get to be 55. Then it hurts your ribs. You get like a cramp. I want to hold my butt. We might need a master's in music to advance past what's about to transpire on the 9 to noon radio show. Let's head over to Nordo and say good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Now joining me, I believe he's with us this morning. There he is. Hey, the best music mind in the zip code. Maybe the county, maybe the metro, maybe the state.
Common Man is here?
His name is Greg Swedberg.
I thought it was Brian Oak.
Well, those two guys think they're the best, so yes.
What was Skinny Travis's name who worked for you at K102?
Travis Moon.
No, that was a hell of a music mind right there.
Yeah.
I mean, with funk, with just everything.
He knew chart position of every record from like 1970 on.
Jeez. Boss, what have you crafted here for us?
Well, we have a game. You asked me, hey, got a bit that I can throw at church, and I said, I started putting it together, and I said, well, why not throw it at both you guys?
Yeah. Well, thank you for the indefatigable nature of the time it took to put this together. Very impressive.
Well, we'll find out. This might bomb miserably. So we came up with a game that basically allows you guys to choose songs that the other person has to identify.
Okay.
And the good news is we gave you a lot of clues and a lot of hints as to what the songs are. First of all, they're all one-hit wonders from the 80s.
Okay.
All right.
These are all one-hit wonders from the 80s. We tell you what year it charted. We tell you the chart peak. We give you a little hint, and then we start playing the song. So you'd have to be pretty dense to not get the artist and the title.
Okay, there it is. Holy cow.
Okay.
So, and the good news is, Charge, you can choose. We gave you the list, so you guys in front of you have all the clues to all the songs.
I do.
And you get to choose for the other guy. So you get to pick what song you want the other person to do.
Okay. Are we going
Why don't you start with 1 and 2, though?
Okay. Are we just doing as many as we can?
Yeah, as many as you can until Abbott.
Now,
Abbott
can anybody answer on any of these, or does Paul goes for
first,
one,
and if he doesn't get it right, you can then steal it.
Okay. Well, I have an absolute cinch that I'm going to get here. So who goes first?
Well, why don't you? Well, you're choosing a song for Charge to do.
I'm not.
So let's start with 1 and 2 because they're easy and the people will get the game.
Okay, sweet. And then the only thing I want to confirm is how are we divvying out the points?
We get a point for the artist, a point for the title.
So just 2 points then.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So, Paul?
Okay.
So if I want to do number 2, boss, do I just read the hint?
No, you
just tell
me.
Song.
Just tell me, and then I'm going to
say number 2. Okay.
For Charge, number 2.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. The hint for song number 2 is this. She's 77 years old now and was primarily a dancer before this.
So do I jump in, or is it just Charge?
No, it's just me, right?
That sucks.
Well, it's Hey Mickey's the song, and the artist is
Mine is Mickey.
Tony. Tony something. I
need a rule in from the boss man in terms of the.
Well, he got the name wrong.
It's Mickey.
Yeah, and you're so fine.
I can't remember the name. Tony something. I swear, but I could be wrong.
Okay, so what's my role here?
Well, he got the title right.
Yep.
Okay,
so he gets 1 point.
Can I roll in?
Yeah.
Tony Basil.
That's correct.
No, nice.
Thank you.
I shouldn't have said Tony not knowing the last name because I handed him the winner. I handed him the winner.
See, the thing is, per Snob, Wednesdays, 9:15, 9 to noon, when you sit in the chair, the meat sauce just happens to your mind. And you can't stop it.
Okay, so then you...
So
now
we're
Charge,
1-1.
All right,
so
1-1.
Charge, you pick 1 for him then.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I need to pick number 1 this time.
And I'm just playing to the 10 seconds, correct?
Correct, that is
and
correct.
The score is 1-1, right?
The
score is 1-1.
Thank you.
The song went to number 21 in the year 1984.
If you really need a hint, Greg says, ask somebody in your family.
Quiet Riot and Come On Feel the Noise.
No points.
What? Oh my God! That's not Quiet Riot?
No, it is not.
So it's the guy with the big blonde hair, and We're Not Gonna Take It is the name of the song.
That's correct.
That is correct.
And
that's right.
The guy with the big hair.
Great.
3
and an enormous
2.
nose. I don't remember his name.
Remember the clue. They said ask someone in your
really
family.
need a hint. Ask someone in your family.
Be Twisted Sister.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Right.
Yep. You know, like when you hit the X button over there and you start searching, it's like the first 2 words that you use, Twisted Sister. Who's next?
Well, you're up. So, yeah, you get to choose for Charge now.
Charge in the lead.
Okay,
2
I'm going to
points
do
to
this.
1.
I'm going to take number 9 and put that on Charge because I'm about ready to get at least 1.
Okay.
The clue is band's original name was Bell Telefunk. Bell Telefunk.
Sounds German.
Went to number 5 in 1982.
I'm just going to be honest with you here. This, okay, we got to search. This is ridiculous.
What happened?
I can't read.
You ain't.
I can't read.
You ain't gonna find Bell Telefunk in there.
He's fine.
All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. You got 10 seconds, boy. And I just took the lead.
He actually has 37 seconds. That's all.
Yeah, but he only gets 10.
No, he gets 37.
Damn it.
It's Greg's game.
Greg's station. How am I going to argue? AQH terrorism up on this butt.
Abbott's not here.
That's
This
has no familiarity to me whatsoever.
Good.
Even venture a guess, or
No, I have literally nothing.
I'd like to roll in here with Bell Telefunk turning into Daz Band.
Okay.
And the song is Let It Whip.
That's right.
Wow.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Yeah, but the rest
I had
of them,
nothing.
I have no shot. So I'm up 3-2. Cool. What's next?
Charge chooses for you.
I am going to select number 10.
Mm-hmm.
The hint is originally recorded in German.
And it went to number 5 in 1982.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It is Der Kommissar and come on. It's Der Kommissar by Shaving Ryan's Privates.
That is halfway.
Thank you.
Correct.
It wasn't the privates part.
Charge.
So.
I think you can steal one part of it.
If you know the artist, Charge.
Yeah.
Falco.
Yeah, you're right, damn it.
He wrote it, but that's not who sang it.
Oh,
What?
Falco.
Come on!
The hit version was by the band After the Fire.
Oh, jeez.
Falco released that song in Europe, by the way.
Come on!
Wow.
I need.
Oh, my God.
I need to appeal this. If I can get the original artist, shouldn't I get the points?
Okay. This is like the NFL, where when you're trying to appeal to the league on a suspension, you have to appeal to the guy that suspended you.
Right.
And so don't even try it against Swedberg,
Yeah,
right?
but guess what? You got to be Sting or Mozart to figure out, how to win this game. Oh, my God.
PA is in the lead with 4
You got the title
points.
of the song?
Charge.
2 for Charge.
Let's go to number 3. Which charted at, it peaked at 8 in 1981. Most popular version of the song was Half Supreme.
Half Supreme?
Half Supreme.
Like a pizza?
Yeah, I got to read slowly with a little staccato to let Con get to the song.
Okay.
I saw a scowl and some teeth gnashing before Daz.
It's all good. You got 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
Is this me?
No, it's Charge. You just picked the song.
Yeah.
So it's Tainted Love.
Damn it.
Okay.
And it's Soft Cell.
You bastard.
Ding, 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 ding.
You sucker. Well done.
Charge ties it up at 4-4.
I know I'm trying to get some Oingo Boingo up in this mix. All right, Charge, put one on me.
All right. Let's
Great
go
hint, by the way, boss.
Let's go to number 8. This artist was only allowed to release his song after he agreed not to market any electronic equipment.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, and so I'm going to try to stick you with a tough one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like you got a little bit of time on this one. It is, 45 seconds. Okay.
Went to number 5 in 1983.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
I got it. I got the whole part of it. I got artist. I got song.
Stop talking.
Very excited.
Oh, come on. Silence. My God. I'd like to go with Men at Work and Rochambeau.
You do seem like you'd be well versed in the art of Rochambeau. That is incorrect.
Yeah, well, you seem like you'd be well versed at any version of Men at Work, especially on a slow weekend.
Well, actually,
That's right.
yes.
All right, I got none there, and I went silence. We're supposed to drop in.
She blinded me with science. Thomas Dolby
Oh, my
would be
God.
your
Well
answer for
done.
that. Thank you.
This is phenomenal. 6'4" Birchie. All right, what am I going to put on you here? Let's go with number 7. Well, no, wait. Charge obsesses with TikTok, especially the For You section.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. The fact that I know it sucks.
That's ramifications.
Yeah, let's go with 7. Made a comeback via TikTok last year. 84, boss, right?
That is correct. Went to number 5 in 1984.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Charts. You got this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember the song.
I can't believe that I can't just quick switch these things.
That's it? That's all I get?
You get 18
I don't
seconds.
get any vocals? I get nothing? Come on.
This is tough.
Howard Jones.
That is a...
No.
That's a no. Anything else?
No idea.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Red Wine, Simply Red.
No. That was UB40.
That was UB40 the song, wasn't it?
No.
What was it?
This song was huge last year on TikTok with the kids. It was Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder.
Gonna hold me.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's nice. Nice job, boss. Okay.
Still 6-4.
So, Charge, you put it on me?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on you.
Let's pause. And, boss, you mind continuing this in the next segment?
Don't you guys have a fantasy segment coming up here?
Yeah, but we'll move at 11:15, 11:40. We're loving this game. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and plus I'm losing. So yeah, we're gonna
play until
the next segment.
Play until PA takes the lead.
It's the Maniacal Mondiac music mashup.
The Fan.
Beloved Bossberg up in here, running a music game 9 to noon. We have a score. Paul Jarchian is leading Paul Allen 6-4. Nordo is at the controls. The game involves one-hit wonders in the 80s. And we have the years, the songs charted. And we have hints, and we have songs, and we have a boss leading the way. What's going on over there, boys? Who's up next?
I think I am up next.
Yeah, I think you are too.
I am selecting because I don't think Paul even knows who Mr. Spock is. And the clue is band name associated with Mr. Spock.
Why would you say that?
Because
you think I have no nerdery?
No nerdery to you whatsoever.
Star Trek, though, pointed ears up your butt.
Number 13, is that what you're saying?
Number 13 is what I'm saying.
I don't know who Mr. Spock is.
Number 13. Okay.
13.
Went to number 4 in 1987.
Band name associated with Mr. Spock.
And you're going to get 24 seconds, Vox.
Thanks, Nardo. What the hell is this? Are you kidding me with this crap? This was a no-hit wonder. Oh, it's starting to get a little good, though, isn't it? That's it?
That's 24 seconds.
This game, man. How about I will go with Abbott's favorite song from the 80s, Man-Eater, by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Okay, I got nothing.
Live Long and Prosper is the name of the song by the Vulcan Nerve Pinch.
You're kidding me.
Play the hook, Nordo.
Yeah, I just learned something in the system today.
Oh, We Are the World, USA for Africa.
The song is called Heart and Soul by the group Tapao.
Never heard the
for
song.
Star Trek junkies. Is a references to Spock's fiance.
Never heard
it. It is?
I believe so. I think that's who it was.
All right, who knew?
Well, apparently the people who wrote Heart and Soul did. So
I guess.
Spock's fiance, by the way, a babe.
Hold on.
Hey, Spock, come on.
We have a request. Oh, yeah. Who's up next?
You're up.
You get to choose for charge.
Oh, here we go. Let's, all right. How about we go to, you know what? Let's stay in this, Mr. Nerdery. Let's stay in this Spock vibe and go number 19, where the hint is Mr. Spock actually in a song.
I'd like to hear him singing this.
88, chart peak.
Number 3. So it was a big hit from 1988.
Okay.
Oh, I gave him a big hit, damn it.
Yeah, and it looks like, let me see here.
He's winning 6-4.
Well, it says you get 32 seconds.
Well,
Let's see.
We'll get bored before then.
Might be less than that. Ooh.
Pure energy.
What the hell is this?
This is something Charts would listen to on the bus.
Yeah, but I didn't. I heard these beats from the 80s. Oh, my God.
The drum machine, the 80s drum machine,
And
right?
the synthesizer.
I got nothing here. I don't think I've ever heard the song before,
Yep.
so I'm just gonna quickly get out of the way.
I'd like to go with the name of the song you lose.
I think it was called Lion Bar.
The band is Orchestral Maneuvers on Charge's Stomach, and the song is We Are the World.
This is where pop music started to go bad in the late 80s.
Here's the hook.
Oh yeah,
I've heard it. Yes. Oh, is it Pet Shop Boys?
No, they had lots of hits. They would not fit the one-hit wonder.
What's on Your Mind by Information Society.
Yeah, I mean, these are seriously
that's
way Masters related.
I remember the song when you played the hook, but I had no idea.
Can I get Benny Mardones in here into the night singing about a 14-year-old?
That'd be a good one-hit wonder, wouldn't it?
Ooh, okay.
I feel like we stepped into like a 400 class and we haven't taken the prerequisites.
He's making a point
Again, the
right
ones
now.
the ones at the bottom of the list are a little harder than the ones at the top.
Yeah, this is
a shout out to Brian Oak who's listening right now. Feel free to text the answers to me, and I'm not above cheating on this.
Yeah, and music aficionados, this is proving life at the top is only found with peace at the bottom. Yes. Because the top is over there, and when he hears me talk music and I get into a certain vibe, well, I can deep dive and I can give you layers. So he's letting me remember that peace is found at the bottom because that's where I am right now, the bottom.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So you must choose one.
For Charge?
I believe Charge now chooses one.
All right,
We're going easier, and we're going to go with number 6. The hint is currently, it's today, on multiple commercials. So there should be an opportunity here to pick this one up, Paul.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this one, Paul. Okay?
It's 1983. I was a junior in high school, and it peaked at 7.
And you get 25 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I know all of it, and I can't name it. Oh, my God, I'm freaking out.
I got the band.
Shut up.
Oh, 2 points coming my way.
Oh, my God. I mean, this is so embarrassing.
Anything.
Well, it's just so embarrassing that all this great music, I just have no idea what it is in this music. I mean,
this is one of the great elevator music / grocery store songs of all
Thompson
time.
Twins Live.
It's currently being used to advertise at a grocery store.
Yeah, but I'd actually have to watch TV for that.
Our House by Madness.
That's right. Bang, bang, bang. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house.
Mm-hmm.
Our house.
Where no one gets the streets. Our house.
The high V ad.
In the middle of
It's 8-4. At Paul Churchy, and 8-4. All right, okay.
He told us he
We're doing this every
this.
segment the rest of the show until I get
I don't think we have enough songs, Paul.
we're going to figure it out then. Damn it! Excuse me, with all due respect. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with 18.
Oh boy,
number 1 on the dance chart.
Okay.
Originally in a Spike Lee joint, but recently made famous by Glenn Close. It's a piece from '88. 35 chart peak, number 1 in your heart's end on the dance chart.
And you're going to get about 40 seconds of this, Charge.
Great. That's a lot.
All right. Come
on. You got no idea?
I've never heard this.
With the way Sweatbird's dancing back here, it's like he just took his Walkman and just made all this song.
Or we just traded for an offensive lineman who starts week 1. Hurry.
I'm going to take a stab at the artist. Is it Cameo?
That is incorrect.
That's not a bad guess, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna. So I get to roll with this. All right.
Well, you want to guess the title?
Yeah.
Charge?
The name of the song is "Da Butt."
It might be.
Wow. Da Butt. Sexy. And the band is Orchestral Maneuvers on Church's Arm.
Wow.
Churchy. Hey.
When you get that lotion, put your
Nordo gets that lotion and doing the butt. Nordy. I don't know who did it.
EU.
Okay, well, this game is FU. Who?
It's only because you're losing.
Yeah, I ain't losing by that much, you bleep talker. Go ahead and, put one on me now, boy.
All right, it's 8-5.
It's 8-5.
8-5. All right. I'm going to the easy side of this again. This is item number 5. It peaked at number 12 in 1984. The hint is just found new popularity on TV.
Because you know I don't watch TV. This is so strategic on your part.
You are in the sinkhole all the time.
I never
This is
watch
a pretty
TV.
easy one here.
Yes, you do.
Oh, really? Like the Twins are worth watching? Please. I mean, seriously, I like Devin Booker, but not enough to sit down and watch him 2 hours.
This is pretty easy, PA.
I think you might have this. This is 15 seconds.
Last time you said that, I took an L. Alice in Chains Rooster.
That wouldn't even be the hit.
I have no idea.
Round and Round.
That was way too... What?
Is the name of the song.
That is correct.
That's right.
Oh, Round... Oh, yeah.
Round and Round.
Round and Round.
Yeah.
And then... But this is a one-hit wonder, right?
Give it to
It's
me.
one of the... It's a very popular hair band.
Will you stop complaining about everything,
Didn't have
please?
a lot of top 40 hits, though.
Yeah,
really?
Thank you.
Rat.
That's right. Oh, my God. You're cheating.
Pull it out of your butt.
You're cheating.
I'm not cheating.
With extra lotion, pull it out of your butt.
I've never heard this song.
Oh, come on.
Really?
I never have heard this song.
This
in a progressive commercial.
This was the Eden Prairie High School bus.
Yeah.
This was on every day.
Okay.
For 1980,
Great.
whatever
It's
it was.
10 to 5.
Can
What's
I ask
next?
you what happened to you on that bus? You brought that up a few times
I'm
today.
more worried about what happened to that.
He was in the middle
Tormented by
seat,
that, probably.
and he asked for the lotion. Doing the butt.
Sitting on your butt.
Sexy.
True story. Our bus driver was Miss Eden Prairie.
Yeah, ooh.
And that you don't need that when you're a
Front seats
15-year-old
were full.
15-year-old boy on the bus. Yeah. You don't need Miss Eden Prairie as your bus
Sounds
driver.
like a
Everybody's sitting
Nordo.
right up front
Sounds
there.
like a Nordo search that involves glasses.
I'm in.
What's so? What's next?
You pick the number. You're down by 5.
No, wait. I don't. I do.
Yeah,
you
Okay.
pick. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with number 20.
Right, the hardest one on
This
here.
was
Thanks.
the hardest one
Well, I
on here.
got to. I'm down 5. 19 chart peak in 86 wasn't intended to be as positive as it seemed.
How is this the toughest one? I guess I forget what the intro is, but Charchi, you have 17 seconds. Oh, yeah.
What? Oh my God.
That's it? That was 17 seconds?
That was 17 seconds.
Could do the weather on that intro.
Was it Mark Knopfler? Dang it.
No, it was not.
Okay.
Any chance at a song
Don't know
name?
the song. Nope, don't know the song.
I'd like to go with Huey Lewis and the News.
They had a billion hits.
Which they do. This does sound like you.
That wasn't bus driver, bartender, lady of the night, grease monkey, ex-junkie, everything's all right.
It's not working for them.
Working for it. Oh, okay.
Huey kicks ass.
Yeah, and Huey's not a one-hit wonder. I'm so stupid.
I love Huey.
See,
Well,
Nordo
that's
thought
it?
that was easy.
What was the answer?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just does ring a bell.
That does sound like Dire Straits with Mark Knopfler. Oh, Corey Hartman.
Corey Hart?
No,
I wear my glasses or sunglasses at night. This is Timbuk 3.
You were close.
I'm sorry.
Timbuk 3.
That's the idea.
Okay.
See, Norda would have known that.
Yeah. I mean, so bad, so good, the Timbuk 1 and 2, just it became Timbuk 3.
Timbuk 3, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
This is okay.
Still 10-5, Charchie. Where are we going?
Yeah, where are we going, Charlie?
Well, I'm sticking with the easy ones because
Stop saying
them,
that.
and then I'm cashing in.
Stop
It's a
saying
smart
that.
strategy.
Number 4.
Or it'll be orchestral maneuvers in your face.
Charted up to number 3 in 1982. The hint is they probably had cold ears.
Which number is this?
Just a
Number 4.
brilliant hit.
Number 4. Okay.
Brilliant hint. And it makes sense.
Probably a cold ears.
PA, you have 19 seconds.
All right. You can dance if you wanna. Men Without Hats, Safety Dance.
Ooh, 2 points.
Right up on you. It's 10-7. Okay, let's go.
I didn't even get started.
No, we're done here. Let's go. Let's go number. I'd like to go. Is number 17 available?
Yes.
That would be used as a wrestling theme song, a bit on Saturday Night Live, and at least in 5 movies. It was 10 in 1983.
And you will have 14 seconds, Mr. Charchian.
That wasn't enough to give me anything to go on. I mean, I just
up.
got the Cynthy open, and that was it.
Very standard. That intro's been used a million times.
It sounds like something that would be in Rocky, but that's not the theme from Rocky. The theme from Rocky 2.
Can I hear it again?
No.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I've heard this.
Yeah, I've heard it, but I don't. Is it
Frank Stallone?
Yep.
What?
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
I was so close. I said Rocky.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
I should get half a point
Song's
for.
called Far From Over.
Yep.
I should get half a point for connecting those two. Did it appear in a Rocky movie?
No, you know the famous bit on Saturday Night Live, the synchronized swimming bit where Harry Shearer and Martin Short are in the pool swimming?
Yeah.
They use that as a theme song for that.
Yeah. Last time I watched Saturday Night Live, Steve Martin was doing a King Tut bit. And Chevy Chase was Gerald Ford falling downstairs. Give me a hint.
All right, Charch. Where are you going?
Well, again, I'm going to stick with the easy ones because I think they're more fun and I want points.
We don't care what you think.
I'm going to go number 12.
Okay.
It charted at up to number 8 in 1982, and the clue is named for the movie, not the city.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
And you will have 19 seconds, Paul A.
Oh, this is a sweet.
This is right in your wheelhouse.
Key Largo.
That is correct.
And who the hell sang Key Largo?
Is that
Key Largo by Rupert Holmes?
Ooh.
Damn it!
You got 1 point.
I have no idea who sang that.
I don't either.
All right, we'll go.
It's way too yacht rock for me.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, Juanita in the food truck listening to that song. Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
Birdie Higgins.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Birdie Higgins.
Birdie Higgins?
Birdie Higgins.
There was no chance to get that.
Okay.
Well, if you knew it, you knew it.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? You know what you know? It's 10-8 you, and here we go. I'm going to go with number... Did we do 14?
Not yet.
What do we have left?
We have
11, 14, 15, 16.
That is correct.
Okay, let's just go 11 down, okay? So I'll go Strong Association to the Brat Pack. 85, it was numero
Emilio
uno.
Estevez with his only hit.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll find out, Molly Ringwald.
Let me see. Number 11, you will have, looks like about 18 seconds.
I'm going to tell you. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay.
Well, I've heard it before, but
Into that margin.
I don't know.
Stride by
I don't know the name of the song,
Oh, right.
and
Hurry.
I'm not gonna try to.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try to figure it out.
I'm gonna go St. Elmo's Fire.
That is correct.
Oh,
And it's
Come on.
Raleigh Mingwald. Who is it?
John Parr.
Yes, okay.
John Parr, which
Okay.
that means it's 10-9, gentlemen.
10-9. Here we go. Yeah, you got to get. Well, we only have 3 left, so go.
14.
So I get 14.
We're gonna work on 14.
Has nothing to do with the TV show, number 1 in the country in '88.
This one all the way to number 1. Number 1 hit.
And how many seconds am I giving you? About 14 seconds.
It says here.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you're but my mind, the Mickey.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Broken Wings, Mr. Mister.
Wait, who's answering here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
No, we don't know.
Wild Wild West by the Escape Club.
Wild West.
And since I can do this now.
Oh yeah.
The Wild Wild West. Yes, I got that. The Wild Wild West. All right, we got 2 left. Church, you're up.
No.
Just
you're picking.
Okay, well, I picked the next one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which is which number?
What is that? Number 15.
Lead singer had a later career in adult movies.
No, that's not what it says.
Oh, adult alternative. I'm sorry.
Same thing.
I apologize. 85, and then it went up to 7.
Okay, and you're going to have 17 seconds.
Went, no, that's not what it's. I never. Well, I never. Oh man, he made this sucker tough.
With 2 points, Church can win the game.
Wow, what an awful decade for music. Are you serious?
It was a tough decade.
I love it.
It's the best decade ever.
Yeah, yes, it is. There's no doubt, sir. I'm exhausted from 1 week of work this week.
I don't know. I've never heard the song. I got nothing.
I'm gonna go with Little Girls, Oingo Boingo. Oh, that's nice. Yes. Voices Carry by Missing
the woman. Yeah,
Missing Persons.
Till Tuesday.
Till Tuesday, yes.
Amy Mann was the lead singer.
All right. Well, here's the last one.
Last one.
And
this is a biggie right here.
You're winning 10-9.
PA trails by 2.
Not
by 1.
Not because your boss. Phenomenal game. Absolutely love it. And it was hard. And that's cool, man. That's cool that it was hard.
It lasts too long. We got to shorten it up.
Well, no, that's fine. No, we could have done a 1 segment, but I was losing.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. What's the last one?
Who gets to guess this one first?
I do.
Okay. All right.
And which hint is it?
You get about 12 seconds.
All right.
Appeared, let me see here, used. Where is this thing?
Appeared in multiple movies and commercials.
Way bigger off the radio than on.
Crap.
Because it only went up to number 78 on the chart.
But we're going to know it?
But it was number 7 on the rock chart.
And you think we're going to know this?
I think you should, because it's still on the radio on Gold stations. For example, all these songs are on Cool 108's Saturday night.
Solid Gold Soul with Freddie Bell.
7 p.m. to midnight. It's an hour commercial free at 7 o'clock.
Who hosts that?
Let's hire Fancy Ray.
I'm trying to remember who's hosting that this week.
Let's hire Fancy Ray and Freddie Bell and make it a 3-man show.
So.
Poor man with Nordo.
Anyway, PA gets
we'll play some
PA
Dusties.
can win the game with 2 points.
I'm gonna play some Dusties.
Do it in the butt.
Yeah, if they were all butt related, PA would have run away with this.
Doing the butt. Nordo gets the notion.
All right,
he looks for the lotion. Doing the butt.
Okay.
Sexy. Oh my God, I'm so happy I'm here.
It's about 12 seconds.
Okay. Oh my God. Moving home down on my breath. Moving Oh my God, I can win the game, and I know the song with all my breath. I Stop the World. Melt with You. Melt with You. Melt with You is the name, and it's English beat. What?
You have 1 point.
We tied.
You tied
Melt
up.
with You is right.
Now wait, hold it. I have
Church is allowed to answer.
Oh no, you can. You can beat me here. Melt with You.
Now, I saw this band played
Melt with You.
at Carleton College in 1986.
That's great.
And I was in attendance for this song.
Yeah,
Would you sneak across the river for that?
I snuck across the river,
Ta-pow.
and it was in a pouring rain.
We don't have Till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right in front of the band.
Yeah.
It was all mud and rain in front of the band.
I saw it when I melt
It's
with
not English beat, but English is in the name. Modern English.
You. He got it.
You were so close. You said English beat.
11 to 10.
So close.
I always lose, man. I always lose at Canterbury. I lose on Wednesdays with Snob. I lose with this. This sucks. Thanks, boss.
That song only made it to 78 on the chart.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It wasn't a hit at first.
Well, what makes it worse is next week you take on Bossberg in a game that now Nordo and I need to come up with. Which, I mean, to even 75% match this, I got to start tomorrow.
I would never want to play against Greg in this game.
Oh, yeah? Wait till the game has nothing but songs with no words.
Well, now we're talking. Now we're talking, baby.
It's trance music. I'm screwed.
Greg Swedberg, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Some fantasy football conversation that ties into getting chopped, and we think you'll like it. Don't leave.
Absolutely, and an opportunity to win $1,000 in cash. It's the National Cash Contest, and the Fan, as well as the St. Paul Saints, want to potentially put $1,000 in your hand. Use the keyword "grand" and text it to 200-200. The keyword is "grand." Text it to 200-200. You might put $1,000 in your hand. Text message.
I often find out the hard way that all IPAs are not created equal. Some are hot bombs that forget about flavor. Others only taste good if you drink them with a heavy meal. Fortunately, Founders Brewing Company has found a way to enjoy an IPA anytime and at any occasion with their all-day IPA. You can taste the hops, of course, but it's the complex array of malts and grains that make all-day IPA a beer that will grab your attention. Whether you're relaxing after a long day at work or hanging outside with your friends, all-day IPA will become one of your favorites. It's one reason why Founders is in the top 10 of the nation's craft breweries and a staple in my fridge. When you taste All Day IPA, you'll understand how they got there. Look for Founders in your favorite beer store or check out their full line of beer and now hard seltzers too at foundersbrewing.com. Founders Brewing Company. Born and brewed in Michigan since 1997.
On the Fan.
Programming on the Fan brought to you in part by Quick Trip. Love you, Quick Trip.
Boy, you really like doing those radio shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, didn't you? I mean, because I'm like notion, lotion, doing debut. You're trying to get me fired up in here.
No, I'm not.
There you are. That's fine.
No, it's your chair.
Fine.
I kept it warm for you.
I'm surprised you didn't have Diego with liners. It's PA filling in for Nordo on the Fan.
That's next time.
Yeah, though.
That's the next vocal maintenance stretch.
Oh, the mouse was great. Hey, here you're filling in for Nordo tomorrow. Yeah, why don't you bite me?
How's Wildfire doing?
Struggling.
Yeah.
The heat got to him.
Tough times.
Took all the oil off his chain. They tried to ride it, the chain broke.
Yeah, that's not good.
Wildfire took a fat L. He's having to move to a big wheel. Mouse likes to roll over to the Plymouth Dairy Queen on his big wheel. Cutest little thing in the world with those little legs. And then the plastic wheels, he complains, the plastic wheels just keep sliding on the street and he can't get there fast enough.
A little mini blizzard and dilly bar for the
mouse
mousey.
is doing the butt. Sexy. What are we doing? Oh, yeah,
we're
that's
off
right.
track.
Oh, no, we're good. Let's break again right now. No, I'm just kidding. What if I had a break right now? That'd be so great. Like I really care with it. All right. Doing the butt game of the Guillotine League.
What's fresh with the G League?
Yeah, see how you just jumped in there like a host? Holy cow. Some people say you're a boss. I'm about ready to call you a host. Guillotine League. Jarch? How do you play for those who missed it? Oh, yeah, sure. Now you put your headphones on.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We just launched a big promotion, and there's a technical hiccup I'm dealing with, unfortunately.
What?
These things happen sometimes.
Well, this is flying in the face of what I'm trying to accomplish here.
I know. Unfortunately.
Okay, so
yeah.
You got chopped, it turns out.
I kind of chopped myself. We launched a guillotine league around the Scott Fish Bowl.
What?
100. It's a super chop. We have a new super chop format at Guillotine League.
What is that?
It's 144 teams in a Guillotine League with 12 different leagues with 12 owners.
Okay.
If you are the last owner standing after 12 weeks, you win your league.
Yeah.
And then you play into the playoffs with the other 11 league winners for a chance at the big overall grand prize.
Which is?
Well, it depends.
Let me guess, Manny's.
Up to $15,000.
Oh.
Depending on the level you're playing at. $15,000 is a lot more.
Yeah, now I'm doing
breaking
the
news.
butt.
Yeah, that's
sexy.
Now, if we go to Manny's, I don't have to grill it myself, do I?
No, but you could.
Okay, good.
I mean, if you wanted to. I don't recommend it. They're probably better at it than you are.
Pittsburgh Blues tied to Manny's.
Pittsburgh Blue is owned by the same company as
I
Manny's.
didn't know that. I dined at Pittsburgh Blue in Edina.
Yeah, it's a great location.
On 4th of July night.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, they got some good food.
They do have
First
some
time
good
I've
food.
been there.
I know. It's very good. We love that place.
Have you had their scallops? They're as big as your freaking head.
Yep.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're very good. It's an aphrodisiac. It caused me to want to be doing the butt. I had a notion, went and found some lotion, came back, ate my scallops.
Yeah, how about that? Very nice.
That was sexy. Ow. So what are we doing here? Oh, yeah, so Guillotine League.
Yeah, Guillotine Leagues are live for the 2021 season.
Why are we drafting now?
Well, a lot of people, for a lot of people, this is the start of football season. Hockey is over. Basketball is 2 games away from ending. And it's football season in the minds of many. And some people like drafting now because they feel like they've gotten advantage. They're paying closer attention than others, and they've gotten advantage. That their minds are 6 weeks ahead, 7 weeks ahead from the start of the season. They know what's going to happen in training camp. They don't need all the storylines and all the attention. They like to get out ahead of the rabble because they feel like they know it. So yeah, that's the reason some people like to get rolling on their fantasy leagues early, including Guillotine Leagues.
So outside of this, the fish lips bit, what's new for 2021?
Super Chop is new, our new format for 2021. And also, we are in the final stages of testing our brand new mobile app. We have a built-from-scratch mobile app that's going to launch later this month.
Very cool.
And it is awesome. It is really, really good based on everything we've seen so far. So those are the two biggest and most exciting things. A bunch of improvements for private leagues. If you like playing with your friends and you've got a private league, we support between 8 and 18 players in a Guillotine League. Lots of new options for your private league so you can play more the way you want to play.
That music game that we played?
Yeah.
Who won?
Well, briefly, it was tied 10-10. But then, in the waning moments, I found modern English because I was at Arbstock between St. Olaf and Carleton College in 1986, and I won.
Jerkus! What have league prices changed? I mean, we had $1 piece. We get up to 50. I mean,
we have 30, 50, and $100 leaguks.
Oh, those are the leads.
Those are the leagues. You want to join the league?
We ain't got no dollar leagues anymore?
Well, that was...
Why you got to kick Nordo out?
That was with the daily bit. Our price, that's been our price point all along.
Yeah.
$30 for the whole season, you're at $2 a week.
No doubt.
So, big deal.
What about private leagues?
That's totally up to you. If it's a private league with you and your friends, the money, we have nothing to do with the money. You guys handle the money yourself. We'll just run your league.
You got a
and
website.
that costs $36.
You got a website.
$2 a team.
You got a website.
GuillotineLeagues.com.
GuillotineLeagues.com. Now to the fantasy players portion of the equation. Excited about this, and I think you will be.
Is the fan.
Ain't nothing I can say, nothing I can do. I feel so bad.
Football feast.
I feel so blue.
PA in charge.
Hey. We didn't get to this Harrison Smith portion of the equation that you put in the Tolstoy.
What do you do next week?
Well, no, not really. It's completely talked out. That's why I didn't get to it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just teasing. Put it right at the top of his notes. He's super excited.
I know. It hasn't even really been brought up.
Yeah, we talked the whole thing out for 4 segments 3 weeks ago.
Mistakes are always good.
Playing with you.
I don't mind.
Well, sure you do, because over the weekend you're going to get the notion and look for the lotion and then be doing the butt, and you don't want to be in a bad mood. But you're right here. Harry said, quote, I don't know what happens at the end of careers. I was listening to what might have been an episode with Champ Bailey. Patrick Peterson, was saying, at the 10-year mark, sometimes things change. Well, Patrick, try being 55. And having pea spots on the front of your the front of your pants the size of Maine. So just wait till...
Is it the shape of Maine? Because if you could pull that off...
Well, stop.
Here,
Look.
do 50 different states?
Why don't you look?
I
can make it the size of Texas if you need it. But that was interesting. So that, yes, that's interesting.
You can dribble some Oklahoma. I'd be pretty impressed.
My nickname's the Dribbler. My nickname's the Dribbler, so therefore the front of my pants looks like the Hawaiian Islands.
If that's your superhero
down there,
that's your superhero
Maui's right
name
in the
and
middle.
ability.
Pereira wants to visit the middle one because he goes to Hawaii every year.
The Flash can circumnavigate the planet in like 5 seconds, and Superman can bend steel.
Okay.
The Dribbler can dribble the shape of states on his pants.
Yeah, I mean
that's impressive.
And it's not because like I'm heavy. Why I'll buy XXL shirts. I buy them because they hang below the dribble.
There you go. The dribble. They're hiding the dribble.
That's the
You can't
key.
be walking in the winner's circle with the stain.
Yeah, sure looks good, man. I mean, you thinking about width? Nope. Length. I need shirts with a length. Doing the butt. Balancing a season-long acquisition budget in Guillotine League. Give me some non-obvious pointers here.
So the idea is you're in a Guillotine League, and
so say like Chick Nub is available week 2,
right? Which could happen, right? You know, at the end of every week, the low-scoring team from that week gets cut, and all their players go to the waiver wire. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, here comes, let's say, Nick Chubb and Russell Wilson and Michael Thomas and Chris Carson and CeeDee Lamb. And you're like, what am I supposed to do? If it's right after week 1, you got a big decision to make. Like, okay, I could start Nick Chubb the rest of the year. I got to put enough money to get him. But the catch is, next week, it's Saquon Barkley and DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray getting cut. And those are really good players. You're going to want to have some cash in reserve for those guys.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So balance me.
The balance is you don't spend until you have to.
Right.
And the brilliant thing is you got to figure out when you have to.
Yeah.
You got to be looking ahead to the next week and going, all right, am I going to get cut next week? If the answer is yes, then you got to go spend and you got to go patch the holes on your roster.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you need to save, because the teams that are getting cut in week 10 are awesome teams at that point, because they've been piling up free agents for 9 weeks, and you have to have money in November to win your Guillotine League. You got to have at least some, so you can't spend it all.
Love it. Mecole Hardman, okay? Sammy Watkins is gone, and like Watkins did a ton. The only person on the Chiefs faster than Mecole Hardman is probably Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
With Watkins gone, and Mecole Hardman having some slot appeal to him. I like him a lot this year. I mean, in a guillotine, I don't know like where you draft him or whatever, but Mecole Hardman, I'm feeling the vibe. What about you?
You're not alone. There are people who think this is going to be the year where with Sammy Watkins out, they're going to give him a lot more playing time.
Yep.
They use Robinson a lot, and then remember at the end of last year, Byron Pringle started to pop up on the radar.
Oh, yeah.
And
in the playoffs.
Pringle's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And so...
He was chipping in well.
He was chipping.
Yeah, remember those?
That I do.
Oh, yeah.
Byron Pringle. And so there's... I think the broader feeling is that they're going to just use a lot of different guys to rotate in and out of that spot.
Oh, my God. The Haitian president was killed?
He was assassinated.
6 suspects in Haiti president killing were ex-military, Colombia says.
Okay, A section. Who am I even talking to right now?
Well, no, I was was on some fantasy site there, and it just popped
Really?
up on the side.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Well, it was that or prison guard who had sex with Susan Smith says child killer did drugs. It's your
Okay.
choice.
I'm not sure who that is,
Yeah,
but
the-
okay.
The president. Wow. Holy cow.
I believe the president's wife
It's not an island
fled
sensation.
to Hawaii.
Yeah, that's awful, man. I'm
Or,
sorry.
sorry, Miami.
I could listen to you just be astonished by headlines for like an hour.
I didn't know Haiti had a president.
do you know who our president
I thought it was
is?
a
Maybe
prime minister.
Let's start there.
See, I thought it was the prime minister up in this thing. Our president? Don't go down that road.
No.
Not in the age of rage, please. And in front of a weekend. R.I.P. my mentions. Fantasy perplexing scenarios. Like, what do you see, or what are fantasy players presenting to you that are some legitimately perplexing, tormenting, teeth-gnashing scenarios, ya say?
Quarterback is as deep as it's ever been since I've been in the industry.
So what'd you bump, Cousins from 2 to 3?
No, I got Cousins at quarterback 16. But you can, you like Matt Ryan? Quarterback 21.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback 22.
Oh, wait.
I mean,
That Matt Ryan bit with Kyle Pitts? Ooh, yeah.
Kyle Pitts, no Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, no,
but Calvin Ridley's great.
Yeah, Ridley with or without Jones.
Yeah.
Just buried Julio.
So the question is, all right, there's Mahomes is great, Josh Allen was great, Kyler Murray's great, maybe Lamar Jackson's in there too. Yeah. Then after that, what do you know, if you're not going to get one of those guys, why put a 5th-round pick into Russell Wilson when you can go get Kirk Cousins in round 10 or go get Ryan Tannehill in round 9?
How do you
or
handle
Matthew Stafford in round 8?
How do you handle Stefanski's backfield?
I just want Browns.
Or we just call him and ask him how it's going to work.
We can, yeah. Here's what I'll tell you. It's going to Nick Chubb's
But he won't,
awesome.
he won't
Nick
tell
Chubb's
you
awesome.
the truth. He's not going to tell you the truth.
No, I think off the
He
record.
can't lie. No, Kevin can't lie.
He's going to say he loves all his guys.
Thank you.
Well, they all say that.
Well, that's what the columns
That's
handle
what
it.
they all say.
And then all of a sudden,
Here's-
Joe Cribbs jumps in there and goes for 32 and 190 and 3.
Here's the deal on Chubb, who might be the best running back in the NFL.
The deal on Chubb.
Because he's got Kareem Hunt, he doesn't have to give Nick Chubb 320 touches.
Of course he does.
And good for him for not. He's able to keep Nick Chubb healthy, mostly. He missed some time last year. And you don't have to grind him into the ground, but that doesn't necessarily serve fantasy players as well. We like our 300-touch guys like Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. Those are guys who touch the ball so much they can't help but pile up big fantasy box scores.
Oh, so now AT19, Adam Thielen, 925 and 14. With JJ, Justin Jefferson, or for our Spanish-speaking fans joining us on the free iHeartRadio app, our beloved Jota Jota. Do you
Wouldn't
think...
it be Justin Jefferson?
No, it's Jota Jota.
Okay.
That's JJ in Spanish, okay? So 925 and 14, where does Thielen go from that? And what do you think of him?
The assumption is that Justin Jefferson's going to be even better in year 2. Great OTAs and minicamps, and that he's going to take a step forward, and that the Vikings just don't pass enough that you can say, well, Jefferson and Thielen are both going to end up getting even better next year.
Yep.
The assumption is that if Jefferson gets even better and commands that many more balls, some of that's going to come out of Adam Thielen's numbers. So I've got Thielen at still a very good spot, wide receiver 13.
Yeah.
But he finished even higher than that last year because of the touchdown.
Yeah.
So I had him down a little. I got Jefferson all the way up at wide receiver 10.
The Minnesota Vikings ran the ball more than any team in the NFL the last 2 years. Combined.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to know this. Okay, you and Nordo, I mean, it's like, we're doing snob here. We're doing the music game. So
Yeah.
well, after I ask the question, Con, Nordo, or Charge, okay?
All right.
To get in there first. Ready?
Maybe Xbox?
Yes, Xbox. Here we go. In 2019, the Minnesota Vikings ran the ball the second most times in the NFL. Who was first?
Eric,
Go.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens is right. You beat the fantasy freak.
Nice job.
And in 2020, Vikings
Charge.
second. Yeah.
Vikings were second to Cleveland.
Tennessee. And the con prevails, surging on the outside. Hey, Charge, love you. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Nordo, thanks for everything this week and today. Sunday, Canterbury Park. extreme racing, okay? Ostrich, zebra, and camel racing, along with Pepsi Family Day and normal thoroughbred racing. 8 race piece, $110. But it's Extreme Day. Get your tickets online, CanterburyPark.com. Save some money. But bring the chillin'. Bring the kids to Canterbury on Sunday. Free pony rides. And you can watch and wager and be a part of racing history with camels, ostriches, and zebras. Can't wait. It's Paul Allen. That's Paul Charchian. Time for Mad Producer to put that patented rap on our show.
And thanks to Metropolitan Ford for sponsoring the 9 to Noon Show Wraps. Metro Ford's your truck superstore. Love you. The sun's scorching. Could it be hotter than chilling with Brian at Oak on the Water? He's keeping it smooth, no kinks in that mic cable. Crank it up, boingo boingo on that turntable. Couple beers, now I'm swooning over Yam House. Shoulder bump, sorry for spilling on that new blouse. Maynard's with Greenway, sipping that Bamba juice. Animal control on the line, there's cougars on the loose. Shake that caboose and soak it in. The nervous anticipation as the feast begins. Radio version of the beach. Under my breath, I mutter, that ain't sunscreen charge, it's cocoa butter. Now he's got bright red cheeks with a Y in the middle, pondering the look of Trey Lance to George Kittle. Can't stop singing the chorus to the butt. First time listeners, they don't get it. They're like, what?
Get it in here! I got one thing to say. This is when the big dogs come out. Okay? The damn right, the big dogs. Stay on the board.
Good stuff.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or